Hi, this is one from TheFatRat, and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to compare 3 different methods for getting your character into 1 block high spaces, also known as crawling mechanics. 1.5 block high spaces also count for pre-1.14 methods. What are the 3 methods? Number 1. Minecraft 1.9 introduced Elytra.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away.
Number 2. Minecraft 1.13 introduced the new swimming mechanic. And number 3. Minecraft 1.14 introduced the dynamic hitbox mechanic. I'm going to compare each of these methods for 4 different tests. The first test, an entrance. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to get into crawling mode, you're going to have to get into crawling mode. But how do you do that with each method? For the Elytron method,
Elytron
is a singular form of Elytra. You're going to have to get into a 1.5 block space. So you first put on a pair of Elytra, and then just jump into this space. Jump and activate your Elytra, and you're in the space. And if you want to go into this 1 block space easier, because you have to sprint to get into there, and it takes quite a while too, just make a jeb door. It'll push you into that space. Like that. Nice and easy. Here's how to make a jeb door. So you place 2 sticky pistons in that direction and another one here. Rotated like that. Then do the same on the other side. And make sure there's a 2 block gap in the middle, so place piston over there. Then what I do is cover it over with slabs up to there. And this is where I put the blocks. And then blocks like this. And 2 more slabs here. For the redstone, I put repeater there, both set to 2 ticks. A couple of bits dust there and dust there. Repeater there. And the button I'll place right here. So then when I give it a tester, stand right here, push a piston, and I go right into that gap there. Like that. For the swimming method, have a setup like this and just place the water right here. And when I go inside the water and enable swimming mode, I've gone straight into a 1 block space without needing any fancy jeb doors. For the dynamic hitbox method, just place any trapdoor here or here, close them up, then stand next to them and open one of those, and your character can now fit into a 1 block space. I've got to say that the dynamic hitbox method is the best for entrances. Not only is it super cheap, requiring only 1.5 bits of log, but it's really easy to set up, and it's completely safe around redstone water. Not so much. And you need 3 iron ingots just to move water. But still better than the elytra, which is super endgame, and you can't even go straight into a 1-block space. The second test, staircase. Here's a staircase for both the elytron method and the swimming method, except with the swimming method you may need to add a gem door up the top here, or else you'll have a hard time getting back up the stairs. And up the top I mean at the entrance end where you get in like this. It goes down in slab increments, and you construct it by always making sure there's an air block above, as I'll demonstrate later. And you go sort of like this. And right here, make sure you get rid of these blocks, or else you'll end up having this issue where you try and go against a full block in a 1-block space. But if you get rid of the top blocks, you won't have that problem. Something to keep in mind. So that's how to make a staircase for the elytron method and the swimming methods. Also for the water method, on top of the staircase, you can also make a vertical elevator using just a regular old water stream. And you can swim into this water and then go up to here just fine. And you can go back down as well. Like that. For the dynamic hitbox mechanic, I've managed to make a staircase that goes down half a block increments. But how? Because of the new dynamic hitbox mechanic, the previous 2 methods no longer work in 1.14. The new intended game mechanic replaces the bug it used. The way my character crouches is different as well. Shall I play that Navero's So Funky song again? So if I hold crouch and walk backwards, you can see I've gone into that 1.5 block space. Therefore this setup doesn't work, which is the setup for the previous 2 methods. But if I place a trapdoor here and try to crouch, I can't crouch into that space. And this is how I made the staircase. Going down is fine. You can see I use trapdoors. And I stay in crawling mode. But when I go back up, you'll see I'll have to jump there, because these are more than half a block higher, which means I have to jump at those sections. But the best thing about this is no gem doors. The third test, a house. Here's a house for the elytron method, though this can also apply to the swimming method too. Just make a water entrance instead. So let's hop on inside. So you can see I've gone for a modern design, and you can see it's very spacious. And I've even got some stairs going down to this other room here. And this is a feature for exclusively the 1.13 swimming method. So what you do is go inside here and then go into swimming mode, and you'll hop on inside into this sort of room. For the Elytron method, you just use a jeb door to get to this sort of room. But with water, you can travel vertically downwards. And I can just get out just by doing that. That's really cool. So that's the Elytron / swimming method house. Here's my house for the dynamic hitbox mechanic. You can see I've also gone for a modern design. And you can see I've used diorite. Iskall will be impressed. And you can see to make it feel less claustrophobic, I use these trapdoors. Diorite and granite checkerboard pattern. And I've also used those stairs in the previous test. Again, you have to jump to get back up. And down here is the chocolate floor, the spruce wood roof, and just the normal modern walls. And then here's the solid diorite floor. And who needs water elevators when you have something like this? And all it is a piston feed tape. And I can even go back up too. Except it takes a while though. But this is the best. For the redstone, this is the redstone behind it. It's not a lot involved. This repeater set to 1 tick there, 4 ticks there, and a redstone line that goes down to the bottom, and you have the same sort of setup down the bottom here. And I've used one of these torch clocks, and it runs into this monostable circuit that gives off a 1 tick pulse. All in all, you can do a really cool house even with the dynamic hitbox mechanic with the less than 1.5 block restriction. But trapdoors come in handy for that sort of thing. So there you have it. The fourth test, mining. For the Elytron method, mining is unpractical. First off, this is how to create the crawling spaces. What you do is create a jeb door on only one side, and you'll be able to fit each crawling space every 3 spaces for maximum efficiency. But as you can see, this requires quite a lot of redstone and iron if you include the 3 pistons per crawling space. On top of that, what about when you actually go mining? Well, let's find out. So I can go along mining like this. Then you come across some ore veins. And this is where you see the biggest downside to the Elytra. As soon as you mine a block and you're too close, you get forced into the space and you can't get out. The same applies to cave systems as well. And things could get lethal when you come across a ravine or a lava pool. Now I'm on fire and taking damage, and I can't get out. The swimming method, on the other hand, is a lot more practical. For one, this is the setup for each of the crawling spaces. There's just water and a pressure plate. Also, here's an infinite water source to easily create more of these crawling spaces. And when you go mining, just be sure to bring along a bucket of water in case the inevitable happens. Then you'll be able to get out of the space like this, and then fill it back up and continue mining. For mining, the dynamic hitbox mechanic is much more practical than the previous two methods. For one, this is all the setup you'll need for the crawling spaces. One trapdoor on the wall, spaced out every 3 blocks. You just need to do that and start mining. But you don't move as fast. So you go along like this. And when you come across something like this, like a gravel patch or an ore vein, you can see I'm right on the edge there. I'm not getting forced into that gap like you saw with the other two methods. And if it's just one of those gravel patches, you can just seal yourself up and continue going. And when you come across an ore vein, be sure to bring a trapdoor with you so you can go into the space. And when you're done there, you can just seal it up, place down a trapdoor right here, and then you're back into crawling mode and you can continue on. And pick the trapdoor back up. As for lava pools, you're actually travelling slow enough to build a bridge over lava. And again, you can go right on the edge and place blocks like this. And this is really handy because you can go to the other side with no trouble at all. And another iron ore vein. You can just do that as well to clear out all the iron ore as well. As well as these lava pools, the same applies to ravines. Except be mindful that scatties can shoot you in this mode. That's it for this video. If you've enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. See ya!